What up, gang? I'm back with another video. I say I'm back with another video. Make sure you hit that like button, comment, subscribe. Yes, I said subscribe. Turn on your post notifications. It's free. Do it for me. First off, I want to say a hit dog will holler. A hit dog will holler. A hit dog will holler. Now, for y'all don't know, I went live Tuesday night. And I was telling the people why Jprince ain't spoke out. Not just because it happened. Why Jprince ain't spoke out and the whole internet is dragging his son because his son walked past TakeOff. Because TakeOff died at a Jprince family event. Why he ain't spoke out and cleared his family name? Why he ain't spoke out and cleared his son to make sure his son image is safe? Because when it first happened, the whole internet was mad at Jprince Jr. and Jprince. I said, if anything, I would have spoke out to let Atlanta know, listen, everything y'all saying about my boys, listen, that ain't what it is. We ain't got no issue with Migos. This was a simple mistake. I said it. I say, why Jprince ain't speak out and clear his boy's name, knowing the whole internet is pointing fingers at Jazz and Jprince Jr. That next morning, somebody DM me. From his camp. And it ain't no big name. Matter of fact, I ain't never heard of this person in my life. But when I went on his page, he had a couple of pictures with the Prince family. He say, bro, chill out. He gonna speak on it. He just don't want to come out and say nothing off the bat. He gonna speak on it. Chill out. That was the next day after my live. That was yesterday. Then Jprince come out today and spoke on it. And he also took a little bit of shots. Referring to my live. This is what he said. He said the Prince family would like to send our condolences to the family and friends of a beautiful soul, TakeOff. To Houston family around the world, this one breaks my heart. Because TakeOff was a brother, a son, a role model, and a God-loving human being. Grief is the price of love. A bill people from across the globe are paying right now as we mourn this loss. I've been knowing TakeOff, Quavo, and Offset for many years. And there has been nothing but mutual love for one another. And that ain't gonna ever change. We are concerned. This shouldn't have happened. This shouldn't have happened in our city. This shouldn't have been recorded. And it's damn sure shouldn't be circulating across social media for family, friends, and fans to see. He said, as I write this, I'm angry about the lack of love and respect we have for one another as a race, which keep bringing us back to the same tragic place of black on black killing. They say Satan is the author of confusion. And right now, there are a lot of lies and false narratives being spread by media whores. He said, I consider myself a man that's quick to listen and slow to speak. Now that sounds like, hey. His homie, whoever it was, just hit me up and said, he gonna speak. Just chill. He said, I consider myself a man that's quick to listen and slow to speak. So he's basically saying the reason why he ain't speak first, because he wanted to get the information. He wanted his homies, mob ties, his children, his city to come back and let him know what really happened. He said, therefore, to whomever is responsible for putting that bullet in his nephew's head, he called him TakeOff his nephew. He say, let it be known that you can't hide behind me, beside me, or anywhere near me. Now, from witnesses, y'all got to break this shit down and y'all got to look through the bullshit. From the witnesses, they said the first shot was from his people. Some people said it was in the neck, some people said the head. They didn't know for sure. But he got hit in the head and in the torso. The torso is like the body part, the stomach, the chest. So if we going by witnesses, accusations, they say the first shot was from his own homie, which was in the neck of the head. So that means the headshot was accidentally from his homie. So that's why Jprince say whoever responsible for that headshot can't hide behind him, beside him, or near him. You know why he said that? Because he know that the headshot came from TakeOff own people. But he also was hit in the torso multiple times, which allegedly, from witness account, said that came from mob ties or the other shooter. Because they said TakeOff people started shooting, made a mistake and shot TakeOff in the neck of the head. They didn't know for sure which one it was until all the evidence came out. But it made a mistake and shot him in the neck of the head, and as he was falling, the other side, which was mob ties, shot him. So for him to specifically say, whoever responsible for shooting his nephew in the head, let it be known that you can't hide behind, beside, or near me, because I don't tolerate dumb shit. But he ain't say nothing about them torso shots. And that's what the witnesses was saying. that once Quavo them people made a mistake and hit him in the head, the other shots came from the other side, which would be the torso shots. They say he was shot multiple times. That's what the autopsy report say. So him saying, specifically pointing out that headshot that he already know his people didn't do, that's why it's easy for him to say they can't stand near side or behind them. I see right through this shit, Jprince. He said, I speak these words not knowing who bullet is responsible for his death. Now come on. Don't that sound man, don't that sound, that's just like if I say, that's just like it, he said whoever responsible for the headshot can't hide, basically. But I said the headshot and remind y'all I don't know who bullet hit who. So he basically admitting he know that both parties hit TakeOff. But he said he don't know which bullet hit who. Which bullet came from who. But he specifically speaking on the headshot. So it don't matter that they shot him in the torso, but whoever shot him in the head can't hide. Because he already know, as the witnesses already said, TakeOff and Quavo people was the one that delivered the first shot to TakeOff, which was the head or the neck, which came out to be the head. That's why he coming to let y'all know, hey look, remind y'all, I don't know whose bullet is responsible for his death. Knowing that headshot what did. With that being said, the root of this tragedy is foolish, he say. It has to be owned by the fool. I will sum this up by saying a gun in the hands of a human that closed his eyes to shoot and doesn't have the proper skills of operating the gun is dangerous. Don't that sound like he talking to Quavo people? Because when it first came out, what everybody was saying, TakeOff and Quavo people is the one that hit TakeOff. He was shooting wild. This whole statement about the person who did it is to TakeOff people, not his own. He's speaking on the shooter shooting wild, close their eyes. Ain't that's what the witnesses said happened? They say Quavo them security or whoever he was shooting wild.
We the one made the rules, made it cool and paid.
He not speaking up for mob ties. He taking shots at TakeOff shooter. Because he covering up for mob ties. Like he should. Because that's his hood. That's his clique. That's his company. That's his money. That's his image. That's his reputation. I see through this shit. He say, I will sum this up by saying a gun in the hands of any human that closes his eyes to shoot and doesn't have the proper skills of operating that gun is dangerous. And the result usually ends with innocent people who had nothing to do with the altercation being shot or killed. To the homies in Georgia and around the world that got love for TakeOff like we do, know this. Let's change the narrative in our culture by putting an end to every argument, disagreement results in violence. It's okay to live and let live see another day. Rest in peace, TakeOff. Now at the end of the day in my life, that's all I was saying. He could have came out and said this right here. That's all I was saying. I say your kids is on the line. Because right now, Atlanta thinking mob ties is the one that took him out. If something is going viral around millions of people and somebody saying somebody from my family killed somebody, if they did it or not, I know their life could be in danger because it could be retaliation. I'm going to speak out and let it be known, look, there's no ill will over here. We love him. But we going to do our best. I'm going to do my best to find out what happened. But I just want y'all to know my boys don't have no ill will towards them. That was the message I was saying he should have came out just to calm the shit down. Because like I said in my live, when something happened to killers people, the killers ain't finna sit and wait for a bitch to speak. You could best believe the motherfuckers in Atlanta was already making a plan soon as it hit the news that TakeOff was gone. The ones that gonna ride for him. I ain't talking about the whole Atlanta. I'm talking about his family. The ones that's gonna ride. Best believe them bitches was loading up guns then. They ain't finna wait. That's what I was saying. Come out and speak immediately and let them know Houston love Migos. Let them know, listen, my boys had nothing to do with this. If they did or not, clear their name and make the peace before Atlanta come to Houston and do something. That's what I was saying. He could have easily just said that when this shit happened. I'm going to read it again. He say, through this altercation shot a kill to the homies. He say, in Georgia and around the world, let's change the narrative. He said because they love TakeOff just like Atlanta love TakeOff. And let's stop the violence and we don't have to kill. Basically is what he's saying with every disagreement, argument we have. Let live to be lived another day. He could have came out and said some shit like that when it first happened. Atlanta, y'all love him like we do. Let's stop this narrative that the Prince family has something to do with it and know that we working diligently to find out what happened because he was one of our own. That's what I was looking for. Now, when he came out and dropped this message, a lot of people was in his comments. A lot of people was in his comments. Somebody said, ask your son who was there. Somebody said, still got some explaining to do walking past Quavo and TakeOff like that. You got to teach your son some better character. And that's what I'm talking about. The whole world was feeling like Jprince Jr. did TakeOff dirty by walking past him, not showing no emotion, like, fuck him, let's get out of here. That's why I was saying Jprince should have came and spoke out and let it be known his boys had no ill intentions. Because the whole world was feeling like the Prince family was the cause of this. And the way that their reactions was recorded without them knowing they was being recorded. They just walked over TakeOff while he lay there dead on the ground. Somebody else said, ain't nobody trying to read no MLK Jr. speech. Folks want to see what you stand on. Somebody say, you see how Prince Jr. walked past, didn't help or do shit, but you was riding around Fifth Ward strapped up. Shaking my effing head. Do you see what I was saying in my live? The whole world felt like Jprince Jr. disrespected TakeOff while he laid there dead. That's why I was saying Jprince should have spoke out the first day. But one of his foot soldiers in my DM talking about, chill out, he gonna speak when he speak. And then he come and talk about, I'm a man that's quick to listen and slow to speak. Sometimes we gotta speak fast, God damn it, and listen later. You ain't never heard the saying, act now, talk later.
What?
Or talk, I think that shit say talk, act now, talk later. We gonna talk now and listen later. Because if Atlanta was closer to Houston, retaliation would have been ASAP. ASAP. If this would have happened in Atlanta and the mob ties allegedly was one of them boys that shot and all this shit took place in Atlanta, Jprince Jr., Jprince, and the rest of the mob ties wouldn't be able to make it out of Atlanta. It would have been retaliation ASAP. But because they got so much distance between, y'all know what I'm saying. That was my point. Speak on it now, just to clear your boy's name, because they could go outside the next day and a bitch that love TakeOff could do something to him, and they not even expecting it, because this the whole narrative that TakeOff was disrespected by mob ties, by Jprince Jr. walking over him, by allegedly one of the mob tie shooters shot him, by allegedly them fighting with the mob ties. Somebody else said, where is the request to find the shooter? This is your city. Where was his protection? They was the protection. Mob ties was TakeOff and Quavo protection. But by them getting into an altercation with the protection, they was no longer protected. Somebody said he trying to smooth this over. I'm going live tonight. Y'all tune in, man. Hit that like button. Y'all get them comments down below. Turn on them post notifications. It's free. Do it for me. Okay. Promo alert. Listen, if you guys want promo, DM me on Instagram at MUSIZ101 CEO. MUSIZ101 CEO. I'm doing $20 promo. For $20, you will get one video promoted on my YouTube channel. For $40, I will promote 3 videos for you on my YouTube channel. $60, I'll promote 6 videos for you on my YouTube channel. And $120, I will promote 12 videos for you on my YouTube channel. You need YouTube promo? You trying to get your business up? You trying to run your numbers up? Hit me up at MUSIZ101 CEO. Hey, you don't want to miss it. The results is great.